Hello, all members of Big Plays with 6Ks Fantasy League. This is Aiden Keene, owner of Team Najee Germany. Excuse me. Lowest point scorer for week 2. That's why I'm doing this video. This press conference brought to you by Australia and Stizzy. So I was in contention last week. Just missed it because of Jerry Judy. And I was right back in contention doing it this week. So before I got to my questions, I just want to go through my team, talk about their performances. Starting off with Trey Lance. We all know what happened. It was tragic. It was hard to watch. Condolences to him and his family. We're going to miss you, Trey. We will. Now, my running backs, Najee Harris. He put up 13 points, I believe, which, my first round pick, 10th overall pick, I would like more of that. He puts up 10. Although he did leave early before the game ended in the first game, he puts up 10 and 13, which, I need more of that. If I expect to contend and compete, I need more than 13 for my number one pick. And, I think, we're not seeing the best of Najee right now. I think he will pick it up. But, man, the offensive line looks rough. It looks like he has literal traffic cones protecting him. I need them to pick it up and pick it up fast. Or else, maybe I don't know. I'll look to other avenues at running back position. I don't want it to come to that point, but it might have to. And for our other running back, Joe Mixon, he put up, I don't know how many he put up. Somewhere in the 10s, so I think he got to double digits. Which, he put up 20 last week, good week last week. But again, just the Bengals' fucking offensive line is dog shit. It's horrible. And, they're not giving him enough lanes for him to, to run efficiently. It's just, it's tough. There's not much he or Najee can do about it. If there's no space for him to run, how do they expect him to run? No touchdowns for either of them, which, again, you're not going to contend that way. You need to find the end zone with consistency if you expect, to be up there with the big dogs. And right now, I'm just not with the big dogs. I just need to, flat out, plain and simple, I need to find the end zone more. That's it. And for wide receivers, A.J. Brown, he only had about 11.9, I believe, but that Eagles offense looks potent. He had, 25 week 1, so I'm not worried about the performance at all. My fantasy week was over, so that 11 did not bother me much because I saw, what he did last week, and, that Eagles offense just looks good, and I think there's going to be so many opportunities for him this year, and he'll be thriving. Jalen Hurts looks good. He's in good hands in Philadelphia. I think we'll have a great season. And our next, T. Higgins. T. Higgins had a great game, put up 19 points. He was the only player on my team to find the end zone, which, I'm happy for him after getting ruled out week 1. I'm happy for him to have a comeback week, a good week. But that Cincinnati O-line, something needs to change. I don't know what they're doing in Cincinnati, but if I want them to do good, I need the O-line to be good. I need them to step up the game. I need them to wake up. All right, now tight end, T.J. Hockenson. I have no clue what's going on with this guy. I'm going to meet with the coaches, the head personnel. We're going to set up a meeting with him because his head is clearly not in the game. The whole game, his hands are asleep. He had a couple drops. His hands are sleeping, You can just tell he's not in the game. I don't know if there's an off the field presence, but we're gonna talk with him. We're gonna try and get him, try and reel him back in, get him more engaged. Uh, but yeah, he's not putting up tight end one production. The real tight end one of Najee Germany. It looks like Freiermuth, to be honest. The first 2 weeks, and honestly, it might be Freiermuth. I think he will get some looks in that starting spot down the road. It might not be this week or the next week, but I think he does. Especially on Hawkinson's bye week, he will have to step in and put up production. So, but Freiermuth has been reliable. So I think if it does come to that point, I will be confident in his abilities to give me some production. Now for the bench, Justin Fields. He had a poor game. A poor game. I mean, man, that Bears offense, I thought it would change without Nagy, but I mean, it just looks like the same old. I don't know. And that's why I will be parting ways with Justin Fields. I'm sorry, but he will be seeing the waiver wire once transactions go through in a little over an hour now. But yes, me and Justin Fields will be parting ways. I'm sorry, but I just do not want any part of that Bears offense. They do not look competent at all, except the next player I'll talk about, David Montgomery. He looked amazing in that loss versus the Packers. I mean, he was just seeing green in front of him every play. It's like they cannot take him down. So I do love Montgomery going forward. He was on the bench first 2 weeks, but he will be starting in the flex position week 3. I think, yeah, he just looked amazing. And I'll be looking forward to see what he can do in a starting spot, and if he will let me down. But I'm sure he will reward me for starting him. Now, Darnell Mooney, this fucking guy. I mean, he has a combined 2.4 points for the first 2 weeks. I don't know if it's entirely his fault. First game where it was horrible conditions. Second game, I mean, yeah, that coaching is just, that offense looks horrible. I mean, it looks like they do not trust Justin Fields to throw the ball at all, and which is why I'll be parting with Darnell Mooney too. He will be seeing the waiver wire along with his teammate Justin Fields. I had really high hopes from drafting him in the 7th round, 70th overall. But, I mean, when you put a 1.8 and 0.6 back-to-back, you leave me no choice. I mean, I cannot let this guy keep eating up a roster space when I could have some actual production, from a waiver wire. Why not take him for some guy who's just going to disappoint week after week? So, it may be premature, but when you're in the situation I'm in, you don't really have any choice. I need points, and I need them now, all right? And they don't look like they're coming from Darnell Mooney, so I'm sorry, but he will be gone. Who else? Michael Carter had a cool 10 points. He's looked good, double digits both weeks. I think if I had to start him, I'd be confident in him to give me at least his projection. And I hope he's able to stay consistent throughout the year. Hopefully Breece Hall doesn't take too many touches. But yeah, I think he's a solid bench piece, a solid replacement level player that I'm confident in. Let's see who else. I talked about Freiermuth, another good production week. I hope to see more of that moving forward. Who else? Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson had a great week. Starting running back obviously went out. So, Jimmy G's not going to rush the ball like Lance did. So there's more rushes for him and Debo. So, yeah. again, same as Michael Carter. I'm confident in him, stepping in as a starter and doing his job. So I'm good. Hopefully, Eli Mitchell suffers many setbacks in his recovery and just unfortunately isn't able to come back this year. So, yeah. Let me some Jeff Wilson. I'm glad I was top on waivers and was able to pick him up. I'm sure if I was any lower, he would have gotten swooped up. So I'm thankful for Jeff Wilson. All right. I believe that's everyone. So this might be a longer video. I apologize. But I'm going to get into the questions now. First question comes from AD Dizzy Wizzy. He says, with nobody on your team scoring 20 points, how do you expect to improve your team's chances of having a boom player? Well, yeah, no one was 20 plus this week. But last week we saw A.J. Brown had 25. Judy put up 22 with that long catch. So I think, when this team hits its groove, gets in rhythm, I think there will be guys putting up 20 plus, maybe 30 plus. But, you're right. None of these players are capable of giving, a boom, a boom, a nuke, a Nagasaki, which, I think I will look for some of that through trades. I think I will try and trade some of my depth to try and upgrade a starting spot and get some boom. So, yeah, there's your answer to that question. Hopefully, I'll take advantage of the depth and some more explosiveness. That's what my lineup needs. It needs explosiveness. Like I was saying earlier, it needs some touchdowns, some big games. All right, next question from Joe. He says, after going 0-2, will you follow in the footsteps of teams that have made deep runs and change up, or trust your guns and fire on? Well, as of this moment, I think my guys are significantly better of what they've shown in the first 2 weeks. I don't think I drafted a horrible team. And I think if I believe in them, they will reward me. But with that said, I'm listening to trade offers for anybody. Everybody's open. Everybody's available. I will listen to anybody, to offers about anybody. So do not hesitate to offer me a trade offer. Do not think twice. Just send it over. Everything will be listened to, and me and my team are going to ponder everything. Going to leave no stone unturned. And we're going to do our due diligence in the trade game to do what's best for this team moving forward. All right. That's all it is. It's all about the team. It's no personal feelings towards any of the players, but it's a business. And sometimes you're going to have to get moved if it's in the best interest of the team. So, now, I don't want to name any names, but, I don't want to get rumors swirling, mess up the morale in the clubhouse, because the morale is great. I think I built a good culture here. I think all these players know if they just stick to the plan, something has derailed, but I think if we keep trusting it, it'll come to fruition, because I still plan great things for this team. We're not done. This was actually part of my plan. We did not want the bye, so we decided that if we got all of our injuries and struggles out, if we went through all of our funks for the first 2 weeks, it would save the best football that we have for our later weeks. And, I think it was a really good decision for us, because by the time playoffs comes, we'll be in our stride. Yeah. So I look forward to that. the slow start was 100% coordinated. Um, but yeah, I think to answer your question, Joe, I think a little bit of both. I'm gonna be like a conservative, a conservative change up, a retool. You know, I'm listening to trades about anybody. Send me an offer. Uh, it'll get thought about within our organization. Do not be afraid to do it. All right. Last question. Comes from Will. He says, following an 0-2 start, people are starting to draw connections between your name, Najee, Germany, and the Nazis, who also went 0-2 in World War One and World War Two. Do you think you're in store for a name change? Um, I think, a rebrand is definitely being considered. We'll see in the upcoming days, and weeks. What I'm feeling, what I want to do. Because when I first submitted the name Najee Germany, I picture us, being dominant and taking over and conquering, quite like Nazi Germany. Um, but that just hasn't happened. We're looking like Russia, Nazi Germany. When they were in Russia, we're looking like them. So maybe a name change will come. Maybe to honor the new Call of Duty coming out will be Call of Duty. Who knows? Who knows? I think you'll find out whether I'm gonna stick with it or make a name change in the next couple of days. I think my decision will be made, but yeah, I'm gonna think about it. Again, talk with all the personnel, see what they think, get all their thoughts. We're gonna brainstorm, and yeah, the image of my team is very important. And while I like the name, I know, I don't know. I don't know if I want Najee Harris being the face of my team anymore. I think I might rather have a guy like AJ Brown. If I could come up with a name, including AJ Brown, I would love to make that switch. But we're gonna contemplate, we're gonna brainstorm on possible names, and you'll see if we do come up with anything in the next couple days. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. Yeah, that has been your week 2 press conference with the Aiden Keen, live from Isla Vista, Team Najee Germany. So yeah.